If you think there's already enough football, prepare for the biggest change to the calendar in decades, with even more matches and a new World Cup from 2025. This one's for men's clubs rather than national teams. And it's a vast expansion from the Club World Cup that recently ended, with Manchester City one of 7 teams in a barely noticed annual competition. They'll be one of 32 teams, 12 from Europe, in a new-look Club World Cup. And Sky News has calculated a player could now be required for 86 matches for club and country. The additional workload for players concerns Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola.
I'm not against the new competitions. I'm against for the lack of time to recovery between year by year. This is what I'm complaining all the time. For me, it doesn't matter to play every 3 days, 6 days, 7 days. It's okay. But when it's really, really tough, finish the season, and in 3 weeks, you have to restart again.
Looking to the summer of 2025, there could be barely 3 weeks until the new English season begins after the Club World Cup final. Here's how packed the 2024-25 season could be for one player, Manchester City and Belgium star Kevin De Bruyne. If City win this season's Premier League and Champions League, next August they'll have to fit in the Domestic Community Shield and Europe's Super Cup around the start of the Premier League season. Then from September to December, there'll also be their newly expanded Champions League, up from 6 to 8 games in the group stage, plus national duty. Add in another new FIFA competition, the Intercontinental Cup, and once the European season ends, more national team games are squeezed in before players are back with club teammates again, with 7 games in total to win the new Club World Cup. Players will be exhausted, their union fears.
I think this is a defeat for football. We as players and we as fans want to see the best players on the pitch and performing at the best level. And right now, with the current calendar, is just physically, humanly impossible.
And looking ahead to 2026, there's even more. With an expanded 48-team World Cup, is wealth being prioritised over welfare, and can players cope with never-ending seasons?